Inner Quest explores various pathways through which you can connect with the infinite wisdom of the universe and apply it to personal, professional, and spiritual growth. This program, featuring accomplished practitioners, educators, and authors, is provided by Infinity Foundation, an innovative center for holistic studies and research. We invite you to share this journey with us.
Hello, welcome to Inner Quest. My name is Jay Stone, your host for today, and our guest is Nina Yefimov. Welcome, Nina.
Thank you. Hi, Jay.
Well, some of this exquisite jewelry that Nina is wearing and on the table was designed by Nina. Nina immigrated to the United States from Odessa, Ukraine. Nina began making her own jewelry 6 years ago. Nina became the manager of the Chicago Jewelry School, which is located in Wheeling, Illinois. Nina teaches her students how to connect their mind, body, and spirit while they design and make their own unique jewelry. Nina, tell our audience why you opened a jewelry training center.
Around 6 years ago, I came to the point of my life where I didn't know what to do anymore. I got tired of the business that I was running, and I thought, what would I do? So when I was reading a book by Eckhart Tolle,
Which book?
New Earth.
Uh-huh.
So when I was reading it, I just realized that in order for me to find like real happiness in life, I will get better connected to the universal knowledge. And when I read about it, it's brought me to the whole new world of stones, oils, jewelry, and rocks. I started collecting those items.
Now, you're the manager of the school, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and I went online, and your website is very impressive. How many instructors do you have at the jewelry school?
We have around, I think we have 10 instructors currently, but we're always looking for more.
Okay, and so what are some of the classes that you offer?
When you think about jewelry making, before I start making jewelry and before I got involved in that, I didn't even realize. I always thought, okay, jewelry making, that's a regular metalsmith jewelry that we wear all the time. And then the whole new thing just opened up because jewelry making have so many different venues. And we offer, just because I'm going to tell you what jewelry making we're offering, it will be a little bit complicated. So we do offer beading, which is beaded jewelry. We do offer chainmail. We do offer...
Do you have some examples of some of this
Yes,
stuff?
I do have some examples.
Like any beading here?
Yeah, we do have beaded jewelry.
Oh,
so,
yeah, when I was thinking of beads, because I've taken my nephew to beading classes, nothing like that. Can you hold it up so that our audience can see? Yeah. Okay.
So this is just very small examples of beaded jewelry.
You made that?
No, I don't make beaded jewelry. I don't have enough patience for that.
Okay.
But I do wire jewelry. So that's another interesting thing. And the wire jewelry is like when you take the stone or beads and you wrap it with a wire. So to design beautiful pieces.
And what kind of stone is that?
This stone called rhodochrosite. Very rare. I mean, not very rare, but it is good stone and a good example of stones.
Now, does your jewelry school have like a bunch of stones that students can pick?
Yes, because we also have a boutique. On the first floor, we do have a boutique where people can buy rocks and gems and stones to make jewelry.
Okay, excellent. Or do you ever have people like come and pick out stones and ask somebody there to make them something?
They're trying, but we don't make for people. We tell them we teach. So if you want, you get the stone, you come to us, and we teach you.
Okay. Okay. I'm surprised that your instructors are turning down an opportunity to make and sell their stuff.
Yeah, our instructors, they do make their own, because when you make your own jewelry, you design it for yourself. So it's an open opportunity. But when somebody come to you and make specific order, then you restrict it. So your creativity, sometimes you cannot do use your creativity for somebody as you would do for your own.
Okay. Now, I was reading your bio before, and you talked about how the opportunities in the United States are much greater than the opportunities in the Ukraine. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I don't know about the opportunities at present time because I left more than 20 years ago. And at that time, it was very difficult. It was actually the time of changing,
And was there, did people have much jewelry in the Ukraine, or was it more or less just passed down from generation to generation as family heirlooms?
Passed down from generation to generation. Actually, I mean, it was very hard to buy jewelry, and most of our jewelry is gold, diamonds, and expensive stones. So
People
unless
didn't have
you're
the
very,
money.
very rich, people didn't have the money. And, like they exported a lot of the stones. So people had small stones, small jewelry, small pieces,
Okay.
or hide them somewhere.
Okay.
They have big ones.
And then you came to the United States, and you could basically do what you wanted to do.
Right, but when I came to United States, I never made jewelry at that time.
Oh, okay. All right. And so how have you been able to successfully achieve your dream?
God always helped me in life, and I think that everything I do, I really love. So when I came to United States, actually, first I became a realtor just to sell real estate. Then the new possibility opened, I became a developer. I also accountant by education, so I was using this knowledge.
So you've been an entrepreneur from the
Right,
get-go.
right. And then, as I said, like 6 years ago or so, I just so tired of all these businesses. And when I was looking what to do, this possibility of making jewelry, when I started looking at what people doing, it's amazed me. And I thought, why don't I try it myself? And that's
Well,
what
I know in the city there's some jewelry making places actually by my office in Lakeview, but it's probably good for the suburbs. Now, who takes your classes? Do you have adults, children, or combination?
we have a small studio, and we do have the boutique downstairs. That's why we prefer not to have kids. So we do have teenagers or adults.
Oh, okay. And so what's the lowest age of the children you allow into class?
I mean, sometimes people ask for younger kids. We would allow that, but 14 years old, that's what we would prefer.
Okay. And are you teaching a class at Infinity?
Infinity? Yes,
Yeah.
actually, that will be my first year I will be teaching here.
And what are you going to teach at Infinity?
I'm going to be teaching making feng shui jewelry, so using color stone to make jewelry that will balance your chakras and feng shui.
Okay. Is this piece right here? Is this a feng shui jewelry?
Probably not.
Okay.
At least that's not how it was designed.
Yeah, because I thought maybe the different colors of the chakra, but then I don't see red, and yeah, there's 3, 6,
Yeah.
8 as opposed to 7. And so, what are some of the things you'll be doing in class? Is it necklaces? Is it bracelets?
We're going to be
Earrings,
making. I think I have 2 classes. One, we're going to be making like a feng shui pendant that you can hang on the window.
Oh, okay.
And another is going to be the earrings, chakra earrings. And I also going to be teach the class on the tea tasting. And we're going to taste the tea because that's another one of my hobbies.
Oh, okay. You ever been to the Green Teaist in Lake Forest?
No, not really. I mean, I know about them.
Yeah.
I've heard about them.
Outstanding tea. Okay. And so how many hours is your class in Infinity?
In Infinity, every class is, I think, 2 hours.
Okay. And do you do any meditation like before the class to kind of spark the creativity, or?
We don't do it in our school, but probably in Infinity Foundation, because of the design of these classes, we will try to do.
Okay, excellent. Okay. And so how does making jewelry help people?
I feel like making jewelry help people because it is, like you in Infinity Foundation know, we all have 2 parts of brain, right? Left and right. And most of our life, we do use our left part of the brain. We train to do it from our childhood, and we don't even know how to develop and use our right part of the brain. So making jewelry really help you to get connected to the universal knowledge, to develop your right part of the brain, and it will help you to relieve stress, to live happier life.
Yeah. Do you know some of the functions of the right hemisphere?
I know it's creativity.
It's intuition.
It's intuition, yes.
Visual, right? And the idea is, making jewelry to kind of go into a meditative state, a state of no mind, where the jewelry designer and maker has no mind of his or her own, has kind of mind of God or mind of nature.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so do you make your jewelry at home or at your school?
When I make jewelry, I make it at home. When I teach at school.
Oh, okay. And do you have like a room set up, or how much space does someone need to make their own jewelry?
This is very interesting question, because actually it's all depend on the jewelry that you're going to be making. So when people come to us, they say, oh, I need a huge studio and I don't have so much room and I don't have so much money to spend on tools. All the jewelry that you see here, it's all you need is a table like that, even less. You can go and do it on your hands, and all you need four pair of pliers or needle. So
like a needle nose pliers?
You need like four different kind of pliers. If to do like wire work, to do beading, all you need is a needle, is a thread, and beads. So some jewelry making does not require a lot of space or a lot of room. Real jewelry making, like silversmith and metalsmith, will require a lot of tools, and we have a special studio.
And so if somebody takes like metal making or one of the other classes that require tools, you supply them with tools?
We supply all the tools.
And so the class at Infinity, you're going to supply the tools as well and all the gems?
Yes.
And you ever notice that even though you're teaching maybe 10, 15 different students, everything comes out differently?
That's what I love about it, because everybody, as I say, here's the example, but remember that everybody will have a different piece. And that's what they like, because they all coming out, they made pair of earrings, but they all look different.
Excellent. You want to say a little bit about the jewelry you're wearing? I think before the class, you told me that you made some of your pieces. You want to start with your earrings or your ring?
Yeah, my earrings are very simple earrings. It's actually a little metalsmith work, a little connecting with the beads. It does have a natural stone. That's what we try to do in our jewelry making, is to use natural stone.
And what stone is that?
This is rutilated quartz.
Okay. Now, I interviewed Dawn Silver, who's kind of like she's a naturopath, I believe, by trade, and she wrote a book called Jewel of the Lotus, which I interviewed on. And she's talked about the different energetic properties of this stone. Do you take that into account when you're teaching your classes?
When I teach the class, unless people ask, I would do that. Like when I offer a class for making a wire rings or earrings, I offer them specific list of stones that we have, and I do tell them what each stone does.
And when you go out, do people compliment you on your jewelry?
Usually, yes.
Yeah, and that probably makes you feel good.
Sure.
And so, what to make your earrings? What is that expensive to make those earrings?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Throw out like a figure for us.
To make it, probably you will need some metal. You will need the glass. Probably around $80 or so.
Excellent. Now the necklace, is that something you made?
The necklace, we did cut the stone, because in addition to metalsmith studio, our specialty is lapidary. And so we did cut the stone, but this stone is designed, I also learned aromatherapy. So the stone is designed, it has a hole, and you can drop essential oil in it and
Can you show where that hole is?
Yes, sure. This hole is right here.
Wow, I've never, yeah.
So you drop an essential oil there, and in addition to enjoying it yourself, you get the value of the oil, therapeutic values of the oil and the stones.
Do you have some oils in there now?
Yes.
Okay. You want to, and what type of oils would people put in there?
Whatever they like. You don't even have to use the oil. You can do a perfume. I don't use perfume since I start using essential oils, so I do use perfume from essential oils.
Okay. And so what are and do you teach your students how to use essential oils?
Sometimes I do classes for essential oils, but I'm the beginner myself. I do learn it for 5 years, but I don't consider it have a lot of knowledge. I do use it at home all the time. But
okay, great. What do you want to talk about? Your ring, your bracelet?
Yeah, the ring is actually made.
Is that something you made?
It's something I made, and this ring it's a complicated project. So this is the most advanced of what I teach. I mean, there are so many projects that other people teach, but for my projects, that's the most advanced. And I mean, what I love about it, you take the nice stone, and all you need is wire, stone, and 4 pliers, and you have the ring. Actually, I showed it to the jeweler, to the fine jeweler once, and he couldn't figure out how you do that. So he was amazed, because without soldering, without anything, the stone is held in place.
Now, did that take you a long time to make?
Like 3 hours or so.
That's it?
Yeah, but I do have experience.
And how many years have you had that ring?
Like 3 years already.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice. I notice you're wearing on your middle finger, and was this the way you designed it? How do you, let's say if you want to size a ring that you're making for yourself, how do you be so careful that...
That's easy. These rings are easy to size, because you see this wrapping here? You can either, when I usually make, like when I made this ring, I made it for sale. So I did not use any wrapping. So I made it larger size. And when people come, even if they need to size it, I would use either a little wrapping, or I would wrap the whole shank, and this will make it smaller.
Okay.
Or if somebody needs this, then I would unwrap it.
Have you ever had to repair that ring?
Not yet.
Okay, good, good. And let's see, I think your bracelet.
The bracelet actually was not done by me, but it is also the same kind of techniques, so it's called wire wrapping.
Now, was this at your school, though?
It was at my school, yes. At the school, one of the instructors who makes chainmail, she also makes sometimes she makes the wire, she has a couple projects that she teach wire. So this is beautiful class. It's our regular class that people come up with. I mean, I think it's look like somebody was making it on the factory. And this was all done by hands.
Wow. Wow. And do you know how long it would take to make something like that?
For her, it takes a couple hours, but for the class, it's 4 hours, 4 hours class. But it's many people. I mean, you can have 6 people in a class doing that.
Well, I'm not very good with my hands. You think, does everybody have the potential to be a jewelry maker?
Actually, everybody have the potential. If somebody would tell me 5 years or 6 years ago that I would make jewelry, I would really laugh. But everybody can learn to make jewelry. It's like learning math, from simplest to the hardest. And
it's a process.
It's a process. So you learn the small steps, and then you combine it in the whole piece.
Well, you're very creative. Did you have an outlet for your creativity when you were in the Ukraine?
No, I didn't. I never consider myself creative. I really don't consider myself creative now either. I just think that, you know, when you start doing something, when you start making something, then it just turns. What I like about wire, it turns to a different piece. Sometimes you don't even think what is going to happen with that. Like this piece of jewelry, I started just simple wrapping, and then I didn't know what to do with it. So this design came out at the end. So the creativity comes when you start doing something. Unless you try, you don't know what you're capable of.
Now, this necklace here, is that made by you too?
No, that's a factory.
Okay.
So I just thought I put it under something so people see that that's a necklace, pendant.
Now, did you make that for yourself?
Yes, I made it for myself. That's actually a piece that I wear almost every day.
Oh, and do you know the properties of that stone?
Yeah, it's supposed to attract my soulmate.
Okay. Well, soulmate out there, if you're watching, the jewelry school in Wheeling, Illinois. All right. Now, when I look at your jewelry, it's almost all your pieces are for women, and I assume many of it was made for you. But what about for men? You know, I mean, as a man, I really admire your jewelry and the colors and the shapes. Do you have like many men as students, or do you have people make jewelry for men at your school?
We do have men as students. So sometimes a lot of time they come to make jewelry for their wives or their loved ones or their family, or just learn it as a trade to make jewelry and to sell. We did have a couple students come looking for men jewelry, and realizing that it's so hard to find men jewelry. So they say, you know what, I'm going to come and learn how to make men rings, and that's what I'm going to put on the market.
And do you notice that men tend to design and make jewelry different than women?
Not really. Not really. I mean,
Okay.
I think people who come and already want to make jewelry, they have equal possibility, equal brain power, equal creativity.
Okay.
And it's all depends how much you want to invest of the time and everything else.
Okay. Now, you have a really cool, I guess, a pin. Can you hold that up? That's beautiful. What's the stone in there? It looks like purple. Is that an amethyst?
This is not the stone. This is actually a glass.
Okay,
it's a glass bead, and this is beaded jewelry designed by one of our
Here, maybe
artists.
Hold it up like that. Yeah. And so that would be like worn in a dress, or
You
somebody
can wear
maybe-
it on a dress, or a lot of people wear scarves. You can put it on the scarf.
Oh, to hold the scarf, or
She has designed with the same thing. She has designed cufflinks
So that would be for a male.
for men. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you want to like show some of these rings?
Yes, like this ring, it was designed by one of our instructor, and this is real goldsmith. So it's a goldsmith work. The beauty of it,
And like how many carats would that be?
it's a 24 karat gold, but the rarity of that is in the stone. If you can see, the stone has a rutilated star.
Oh yeah, I'm going to hold that up. I don't know, should I center camera or yeah. I hope and can you talk a little bit more about that stone? And
Yeah, rutilated quartz. It's the quartz itself is the healer.
it almost looks like a flower.
Yes, and when you get the full star inside one stone, that's very rare. So that's a collectible piece. And when you find it, to get it in the jewelry, I think that's a beautiful piece of jewelry.
And now, do you think, is this going to be for sale, or?
It is for sale, yes.
Okay. And let's see, what else do we have here? This stone here, talk a little bit about this one. This is a blue color.
Yeah, this is aquamarine. It's actually the same design as I was showing you, like the one that I'm wearing as than this one. So you see, you're looking at different rings.
And is that glass?
No, this is not glass. This is citrine, this is aquamarine, and this is, I don't remember what this stone is.
So is that considered a crystal then? Or?
No, that's natural stones.
Oh, natural stone.
Natural stones, yes.
So these are...
It's just faceted.
Yeah, so they're found, out in the wilderness somewhere, and then they take it and they cut it and they shape it. And have you ever gone looking for gems and natural stones?
No, that's my dream to do it. But we do teach how to cut the stones like that.
Really? So this, what you actually have the equipment at your school to cut the stones?
Exactly.
So some people actually cut the stones to fit in the ring?
That's right. Not these ones, because this was done before because like 6 months ago we opened the lapidary studio, and that's where you can learn how to cut the stones. You can learn how to cut the stone like that, which called cabochons, or you can cut the stone faceting stone with many different shapes and possibilities. Or you can carve the stone. I don't have any samples of that, but actually in Midwest and especially in Chicago area, that's a very rare classes that offered. But since I'm in love with stones, and I really would like, I didn't learn it yet though. I don't have time, but that's the thing that I would love to learn, and we added it to our school.
So people would take a class. What's inside the classroom for the am I pronouncing it lapidary?
Lapidary.
Lapidary.
Mm-hmm.
What's inside the lapidary classroom?
We have different stations, because we do have 3 different arts, lapidary arts. One lapidary art is called cabochon cutting. So that's to cut the stone, which has a dome top and flat on the bottom. Different shapes. It could be hearts, it could be oval, it could be round, but it's cabochons. And so it has 3 different machines. Then there is another station to cut faceted stones, like if you would think about diamond, that's a faceted stones. And the one that you just showed to, that's faceted stones. This is different. We have two machines like that to cut facets. And we have different stations, two different stations to carve the stones.
Now, are those machines expensive?
They're very expensive.
Yeah. Okay. And so, like my friend, he makes pottery, and then they let him come in during non-class time to work on his pottery. Do you let your students come in to the school, let's say during non-class times, to work on their stuff?
Yes, we do. We have rentals, studio rentals, so people can rent it, or if they need to do like a small job, and if they're our students, we would just let them in.
Now, I know in Chicago it's getting popular where you might have like 30 or 40 easels set up, and people will have like painting parties, and they have like instructions. Do you ever have parties? Design parties, like birthday parties and things like that?
We do have it all the time, actually. We do offer girls' night out parties. So they come, they make earrings or bracelets, they have drinks, eat, and they enjoy their 3 hours of the class.
Oh, that's nice to hear. And typically, do they have it on the weekends, evenings?
We have it in the evenings, yeah, so it will be convenient for people.
Okay. Well, we've got about 2 minutes to go. Time's flying by. Is there any piece, I mean, like this one, did you make, this one is very beautiful. Is there any particular piece you want to talk about? Now, this looks really complicated. Is it?
It's really not complicated. I didn't make it, but it is beading. So it is beading as well.
Oh, it just feels so nice and it's light. And I could actually see like somebody, attaching this to a watch and making like a watch band out of it.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah. And do you make like timepieces? Like watch bands?
Not really, but I'm sure that's possible. From beading or from chainmail would look nice, or beading would look nice with that, or even wire.
Now,
like that.
You talked about how you try to encompass mind, body, and spirit in jewelry making. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? I know we only got like a minute to go. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yes, I mean, I think that everybody needs in our very busy life, where a lot of stress, a lot of frustration every day. We need the time for ourselves to disconnect from our everyday routine, disconnect from our family issues or business or work issues, and set this time for yourself to come when there's nobody between you and the project that you're making, any artistic project.
So you're not worrying about what happened earlier in the day or what happened in the past. You're not planning for the future. You're living in the now.
Exactly.
Kind of like
Here and now. Here and now, it's the time for yourself, and I think we all owe it to ourselves.
Well, also God can come through.
Exactly.
All right. For more information about Nina, Inner Quest talk show, the Infinity Foundation, stay tuned to the credits at the end. Until next time, wish you good health, good spirits, and good fortune. Thank you so much, Nina.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
For more information about this show, our guests, Infinity Foundation, or any of our other programs, please visit our website, infinityfoundation.org, or call us at 847-831-8828.